East Africa's dairy sector has reached a defining point. We generate significant milk across Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, yet the returns still lag behind the effort. Too much value is lost after collection between the farm gate and the processor. The real opportunity, therefore, is in managing what we have with greater consistency and discipline. Recently in Kenya, the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development began a national rollout of bulk milk coolers under the National Dairy Value Chain Development Program. And that's about 230 units across 40 counties, budgeted at about 1.45 billion Kenya shillings. This rollout remains active until even today, with county events confirming deliveries and installations. The program's stated aim is to lift chilling capacity and to cut post-harvest losses. That is a very meaningful public investment, but investment is not the finishing line. Coolers only change outcomes when they sit inside disciplined operations, and that is a reliable power, strict chilling timelines, routine cleaning, testing on intake, and transparent records. Where those elements are missing, assets will drift into low utilization, a pattern that we have all seen before. So, what does discipline look like in practice? Number one is time to chill. Milk must reach 4 or less degrees within 2 hours of milking. This ensures food safety, shelf life, and price because the processors pay for quality they can trust. Number two is quality testing as a standard step. This entails MBRT or alcohol tests, temperature logging, and periodic antibiotic screening at intake, with results captured and shared. Cooperatives applying quality linked pricing consistently report stronger processor relationships and better farmer payouts. Number three is operating budgets, which includes power, that is often about 25 to 40K Kenya shillings per month, depending on the load and the backup. There's the detergents and water, which is routine, and then the quarterly maintenance or the calibration of this equipment. All these need to be planned, and they need to be tied to the to the supplier service level agreements. So the uptime, the temperature compliance, all this need to be tied to the supplier service level agreements. Kenya's 2025 rollout estimates an uplift of about 475,000 liters a day in national chilling capacity once fully deployed. That number only becomes real if cooperatives run to standard every day. Now step back to the East African picture. Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania together account for well over half of Africa's formal milk. Yet regional trade is still thinner than it should be. Why is this the case? It's because of the standards. Different chilling targets, different testing routines, and inconsistent documentation keep neighbors from acting like one market. Align the rules of the game, and that is temperature, testing, traceability, and you unlock a regional dairy corridor that serves domestic buyers and export markets with confidence. This alignment theme has been front and center at recent horticulture dairy competitiveness events and government scorecards. So, what must change practically and now? Four things must change. One is attach management frameworks to every asset. So, no cooler without a power plan, a service plan, and a cost recovery model. Procurement should contract performance, and by performance, I mean the uptime and the temperature compliance, not just the delivery of the milk. Number two is make quality data the language of trade, and that is intake tests, temperature logs, and digital summaries should be routine. If a processor or regulator asks for last week's records, the answer should be here they are. Number three is plan routes and time windows. The 2 hour chill rule is won or lost on the logistics. Collection that respects time protects value, and collection that drifts will, of course, cost everyone. Number four, and the last one, is move toward regional convergence. So when Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania recognize the same quality envelope and basic documentation, we lower friction and raise prices paid to disciplined suppliers. At Swara AgriLogistics and Solutions Ltd, this is exactly where we work, that is inside the operating systems of dairy. We help cooperatives and institutions design SOPs, and that is the standard operating procedures that people actually use. We also set recovery tariffs that keep equipment running. We structure supplier SLAs, the service level agreements for parts and consumables, and create intake testing workflows that processors respect. The objective is simple: to take a good public investment and turn it into reliable service for farmers and buyers every day, all year. So, the key takeaway for today is the next gains in East African dairy won't come from just having more coolers. They will come instead from consistent management. And that is the power that doesn't fail, logs that don't lie, tests that don't skip days, and procurement that doesn't stop at delivery. That's how we turn liters into value, contracts, and export grade credibility. So thank you for joining me today. You have been listening to Beatrice, the CEO of Swara AgriLogistics and Solutions Limited. And this is the CEO Corner, airing every Wednesday, where we tackle one topic that matters to Kenya and East Africa. So join us again next week as we keep building knowledge, accountability, and systems that protect value and create opportunity for our region. Let's continue to manage with discipline, trade with confidence, and lead with integrity. Please follow us on Facebook, connect with us on LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss these sessions. For now, goodbye and God bless.